I picked this zine up in Toronto, but is it a Canadian zine? We'll find out. Hey everyone, it is FANzine Live. I am Tom, and this is the World Zines edition. I picked this particular zine up at a store in Toronto called Art Metropole. It's on College Street in Toronto. My son is taking a look at colleges all over North America, and so as he goes from big city to big city, I am telling him, if I'm going to take you, we're going to take a look at a zine shop or two along the way. So much as we did the Drawn and Quarterly store in Montreal, we looked at Art Metropole in Toronto. Interesting little store. I'll put some here. Why don't I move this off to the side and I'll put up some graphics so you can get a sense of the interior. It's a very sparse store. It's not the more traditional cozy bookstore. And it really isn't entirely a zine store. It's odd in the sense that I'm not really sure how one would classify it. There are zines there. There are art books there. There are technical books there. There are technical drawings there. It's a very different type of art, and hopefully you can get a sense that it was a bit of a challenge to find really interesting looking zines, but I did find a few, and one of them is this. It's from an operation called, well, here, I guess down here, I'll show you, GRRR.net. There's no indicia information in here, and so we only have that to go off of, and this is GRR65. Pretty Patterns, and it is a wordless zine with some really attractive line art in it. Professionally printed, saddle stitched, a little bigger than your standard mini comic, but not hugely so. It's smaller than the old school half-page digest. But it's neat. They've trying to play with patterns in this. I mean, it is an art book in the pure sense of the word. And so, you know, you look at the patterns in the balconies, the patterns in the doorways, the pillars, the downspouts. It's a really nice architectural drawing if you stop and take a look at it. Patterns in the fencing. Very cool. Okay, so let's take a look. And this appears to be offset printed, but not all the pages are. So looking through, you can see we've got more patterns. And you can see that we've got the street going down to the sea. You've got a nice street scene there. And there's very little division between the two pictures. There's just maybe 1/8 of an inch of white space. So this artist or artists, I don't know if it's a single or a plural, they really fill out the page. And the overwhelming line work, and I'm looking here specifically at like this tree and this tree with all the greenery, really fills out the page. But it's kind of cool. You can see the streetcar lines going through, your street lights, your directions. And again, you can see, it looks like he, she, they are doing 2 images per page. Kind of neat. Trash cans? Okay. Then you get to this stuff. And you've got some beautiful digital photography. You've got some, I believe it's risograph printing. And so attracted by the pattern, and in both cases here, these are what appear to be tiles, ceramic tiles, but the artist created a postcard, or perhaps maybe something the size of this half page, of the pattern, and then held it over to show you. Here, let me see if I can get up close. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you can definitely see the line for the postcard, and a lot easier to see on this one. There's something very relaxing to me when you look at the idea of just drawing out the patterns and the fun, almost like a puzzle-like challenge, and trying to get these things to line up and match up. So anyway, we go back, we've got some more tile work, tile, laundry. Then in the middle, well, no, we've got one more page till the middle. I like the dark brown and then light gray. The people are in the light gray. The background is in the dark brown, much more natural, wooded within the urban setting. Then the mix of colors here. You've got your pattern with what appear to be sunglasses. And your dark brown and your light gray again. Look at all the line work for the fingers. Wow. And then we're back to doing the tile work again. It's a neat little book. Some photography here. Looks like we're copying what we see on this wall. Neat. Very neat. So anyway, grrr.net, or I guess 4rs.net. What the heck is this? So in doing my due diligence, I pulled up their website, and I'm not going to share digital screenshots. I printed this stuff out to show you what I saw. That's their website. That's the homepage. So there's the name of the .net, and then you've got some icons, you know, like the shop and their about information, maybe links, and their get in contact with us, and then all these GRRRs. So there's number 65. I pulled out the links, and here's the first part of the printout. It's wild. I mean, this is a design person's deconstructionist model. So I clicked on that 65 thing to see if I could learn more about our Pretty Patterns book. And what did it give me? An open street map. There's the 65. An open street map of Lisbon, Portugal. So I am to infer that Pretty Patterns was drawn in Lisbon, Portugal, which makes this all the more interesting. The other thing I noticed was, well, here, I'll pull up then I went to the shop page. You know, okay, so all I've got is a map of Lisbon for this book. So let's pull up the shop page and see what we can find. This is the shop page, and you can see that all they have are the names of or not the names, but the pictures of the zines. And it goes on and on and on. There's ours right there. So I clicked on it, and it's got a 10 thing on it, 10 coins. So let's click on that. And we finally get to the piece, and you can see that it has a bunch of the pictures from the zine itself. 18 by 13.2 centimeter, 20 pages, various colors, risograph and digital print, 10 CHF. What's CHF? They're Swiss francs. So, okay, we're in Toronto, picking up a wordless, well, all but wordless zine that appears to have been drawn in Lisbon, being sold by a Swiss outfit. And then I look here on the shop page and I see GRR and bookshops. Zurich, Basel, Tallinn, Santo Domingo in the Dominican, and New York City. Fascinating. A true world zine. Never would have thunk that this little picture book would have such an interesting backstory to it. So anyway, GRR65, pretty patterns. Always neat to see the art books. Neat to see the art and the way in which artists look at the world. Gives me inspiration in how they do their work. Makes me want to try doing some of this stuff myself. Maybe it'll do you as well. Anyway, GRR65, pretty patterns, a true world zine. Made it halfway around the world for me to find it. That's it for now, everybody. Thank you so much for watching FANzine Live. I will catch you next time.